I'll cry when I say this. She said, "You should be so proud of yourself because I'm so proud of you."
It was like those little hits.
You know? So like if I failed to be interesting to you, like there's a fucking 1,000 other people that like, yo, you have no idea what that short clip did for them.
Yeah.
Life on EJ. Life on EJ. Yeah, yeah.
All right, this is Rarities Media with JD, and this is the Life on E segment with
EJ.
EJ. And we've been together for a long time. Backstory, 2020 we got together. We've been working together ever since, friends and in business. We've accomplished some of the biggest accomplishments in my life with this guy right here by my side. We didn't expect it, and it just happened. And then lives and stuff go like this. And what we always were able to find is really good conversations, except for the times when we were so far apart from one another that we could have became enemies because we weren't living right. And it's the saddest fucking thing in the world because when we're living right, we're so in line in character and thoughts and goals and wants and the ability to articulate and all these beautiful things that we realized about each other. But I'm glad we're back together. And that's why I'm excited to do this segment. So let me ask you something, man. What's draining you right now? What's something that you're going through currently that we can process?
So a big thing that I have been like focusing on recently is like the pressure of having to succeed because I think that people have these expectations of me now that I'm doing good again. Which, like, the expectations aren't a real thing. The expectations are something that I'm actually putting on myself. And like the expectation is of myself, for myself. Like, yo, you've fucked up for so long that like you gotta get it right. You can't do it again.
Right.
If you fuck up again, you are done. You're done. You're not making it back. Because I almost didn't make it back.
If you walk into a room and you see three people and they're like, "I'm so happy for you," and you think to yourself, like, you're doing everything right, and they could probably maybe they see a glow in your eyes. What are the things that you're saying to yourself that you're doing where you're like, "I really am doing everything right"? Because like, what do they know? They just know you look great, and they know that the experience of being around you is great. But you know, like, what am I doing that is actually me doing everything right?
So I think the umbrella is like staying sober, right? And then there's all of these things that come with that. It's like I go to therapy. I'm working on my mental health because that's a problem too, like dual diagnosis. It's like I'm addicted, but I have mental health issues, PTSD, trauma, childhood shit, all that. But like I'm really, really honing in on that and working on that. Perspective changes, mindset shifts. I look at life differently than I always have. Sponsorship, whether it's me going through my steps with my sponsor, or now I have the privilege of taking other guys through the steps, so I kind of get to go through it again, but just from a different perspective, and I get to watch the light bulb turn on somebody else.
How many hours a day do you spend on the recovery side of things, thinking about yourself, who you want to be, self-actualization, you know, where you're trying to go and what are the steps you have to take to get there, helping other people, and thinking back to your experiences and what you've become because of it, framing them the right way. You got to spend time in that space every day to be able to process all of that, all the past traumas that are kind of like throwing a wrench in the stew that you have to sort through. You need time in that. How much time a day would you say you spend?
24 hours.
It's constant.
So it's one thing to live in AA where like you go to meetings and you fellowship and it takes a couple hours out of your day. And then it's a whole nother thing for AA to live through you where like I want to be the best example of an AA member at all times because you never know who's looking.
Yeah. So how do you feel about my expectations for you? Like when you walk in a room, like, so do you have something to prove? Do you want to be like I have in the past? You want to be everything somebody wants you to be, right? So the expectations, like, you know, of success, like you said before, you know, wanting to accomplish a success. What was it that you said? Everything that people want you to be.
That I think they expect of me. So I don't what I'm trying to do is arrive at a different mindset when it comes to that stuff, and it's hard. It's a work in progress, but I don't want to have to feel like I need to be a certain way in order for people to be happy, right? What I want is to just do what I want to do, what I think is right, and live the way that I want to live, and just hope that people love that.
Yeah. And if they hate it,
It's not for them.
because you're actually using your own compass to say what is the right thing to do. This is my absolute best decision on what the right thing to do is for me. And because I know that, I'm not going to worry too much about whether people feel one way or another about
Listen,
it.
At the end of the day, bro, there's going to be people out there. There's probably people out there right now that are talking about me in a group chat or talking about me to their friends.
Look at
and
that fucking
saying,
shirt.
Like, look at the shirt. Look at this dude, though.
You look like the penguin
Like
from
6 months ago, he was just living in a tent and eating out of trash cans. Like, who the fuck is he to get on a podcast and tell us what we need to do with life? And that's okay. Because people are going to say that whether I'm 6 months sober or I'm 60 years sober. They're always going to say that. But those are the people that, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And
Because for every one of them, there's 20 people that are like, yo, I'm so proud of you. Yo, I'm so happy that you're able to go on these podcasts and get vulnerable and share with people your experiences and the shit that you've gone through, because you have no idea how much that is going to help people. Like, yo, to be honest with you, like, do I want millions and millions of followers? Yes, I do. I really, really do. But not because of how much money it's going to make me, but because of how many fucking eyes are going to see it and how many people it's going to touch.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like, when I sit down with you and we do this, my goal isn't driven because, like, I just want to make so much money from doing a podcast. That'd be great. You know what I mean? Like, I would love that. If like, this is what I get paid for, which, by the way, I'm not getting paid for this. But
you put on a shirt like you look like an old pimp. You look like an old pimp.
Well, because I'm trying to step into the role that I see for myself, because what I see is this getting bigger than you and I could even imagine, and it's not going to be driven on money. It's not going to be driven by money. It's going to be driven by, I want as many people to see this as possible, because I just want to help as many people as I can.
No, word to everything. You're saving your own life. We're saving our own lives. We're saving each other's lives. Who gives a shit? And the nerve of people to judge, bro. Tell me a story, one, about something dark, a dark place that you were at, to help people who might have judgments for you realize that you more than likely should be dead. Because if people have ever buried themselves the way that we have, to even be able to pick yourself up from their bootstraps mentally, let alone physically and every other thing, is next to impossible. And who gives a fuck, right? At that, for those people to be like, you know what? Maybe he's right. I don't have much judgment for him. Shouts to this kid. Way better look on you probably doing this with that shirt on than you looked, bro, down the way, you know, or in the trenches. Tell me a story about something dark and ugly.
So I'll tell you a story of this was my darkest time on this last run. And then there was something that happened that in the moment I didn't realize how much it changed my life until later on. So I haven't done heroin in a very long time, bro. It just wasn't my thing. You know what I mean? I stopped doing it. It killed my best friend, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. It just wasn't for me. And I would say about 6 months before this last run ended, I was in this place where, like, I had just done so much fucked up shit, and so many people, I don't want to say they hated me, but they've just had enough. They didn't want to deal with me anymore. Because it's like, I've been trying to pull you out of this water so many times.
Yeah.
And you just keep going back that, like, all right, motherfucker, just swim on your own. You know what I mean? And, bro, I got so lonely, so depressed, and in such a dark place that one night I went down the way to go cop a bag of heroin, and in hopes that it would kill me, right? So I went to Kensington and Hart Lane. I got blackjack, right? And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And The dude was taking forever to serve me. Forever. Like, bro, come on. Like, let's go. Let's get this over with. And he took so long that the last bus back to Graffiti Pier already passed. So I had to walk all the way back, right? So I had to take a route that I don't normally take. I had to go up Cambria and then up Bodenot Street. And Bodenot Street is my favorite street in the fucking world. I'm going to tell you why. I'm walking up 2:30 in the morning, out of nowhere. All I hear is meow, meow. Bro, the littlest meow that I have ever heard in my life. And I turn behind me, and there's a kitten that's about this big that comes out of an alleyway. All right? She's this big. She was about 6 weeks old. And, like, you know, I don't like cats like that. And, you know, she's hungry, dude. She's by herself. Like, no mom, no brothers, no sisters. She's by herself. And I had a McDonald's cheeseburger that I could not wait to eat when I got back to my tent, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I start peeling off pieces to her. She's eating it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She eats the whole fucking cheeseburger. And I'm about to go on my way. I'm about to go do my thing.
About to go kill myself.
Yeah, exactly. So I give her a little tap on the head, and I'm like, all right, buddy, see you later. And she follows me. And I'm about to hit Kensington Ave. You know, Kensington Ave, bro, it's busy. This cat's about to walk onto Kensington Ave. She's like, she will not go the other way. So I'm like, fuck it. I pick her up, and I'm like, I guess you're coming with me, right? So I'm walking with her, I'm carrying her. She's fucking, bro, like, bopping all over the place. Like, I can't get her to sit still. Like, she's anxious, right? Finally, I get back to this tent. I put this cat down, and I'm like, all right, you good now? And she laid down, bro. She didn't move, right? I sit down and go do my thing. I drop the bag.
Holy shit.
That cat saved my fucking life, bro. And for the next 6 months, it was me and that cat in that tent. Just me and that cat. She never ran. She never left. She didn't go anywhere. She fucking loved me unconditionally until I started to realize that I need to love myself. She showed me what unconditional love was when I had no idea what it was. And that cat saved my life.
I never heard that story before, bro. I saw something the other day that said that it's easy to find things you're grateful for when you look for them, like, or, you know, or you can't be grateful for things until you start to look for them. And it's like you're looking at the moments and things that have happened to you in the past, and you're finding that. You're realizing that because you're sitting there thinking about your life and these things that have happened. People study history to make tons of money. People study history. I have a book that my father left me, who passed away recently, rest in peace. And I found this book. It said 100 mistakes that changed U.S. history. And I'm going through the book. Just started flipping through it. Haven't even dug into it yet, but it's going to tell me about all the mistakes of the past. And I can study that. And people that have studied history know what's to come, or they're a lot more prepared. You know yourself and your tendencies. You study your own story. You understand, like, kind of this path that you're on and where you've been, and it helps just you be a ship with a rudder, a guy who has some direction now, instead of just, I don't think much about anything. One day happens, then the next one, then the next one. I don't process anything. I don't reflect. I think that's the make of somebody who's going to fail, fall for anything, stumble, versus somebody who does what you do, what I do, when we're in the right mind.
What I do now. Because for a long time, I spent my days just another day, just going through the fucking motions.
So tell me how you've gone about successfully refueling yourself since being in those pits where I'm going to kill myself, pretty much. Yeah. I've had that too. Yeah. Used to oblivion in my own house, so defeated. I can't even stand up straight in my own house, can't look in the mirror in my own house. My house is empty. It's my own home, what I've worked for my whole life, what I'm supposed to cherish. And I'm walking around in it after just using like a complete madman. I walk around, I shut off every single TV in the house, thinking in my head like I'm setting myself up to die, which is one of the strangest feelings I've ever felt. So weird, like what the hell is going on right now? Shutting off this TV. Mm-hmm. I think I put on like one of my favorite songs. It's like real somber and weird, right? Just like the whole vibe. I think I put on like November Rain or something. You know, but like the house is, I'm shutting things off as if this is how I'm gonna leave my house when I die. Yeah. What the fuck? And then I call my girl, and I shoot up first, and then I call her immediately on FaceTime, because if I fucking from dope, and if I fall out, then she'll be able to call the ambulance or something like that. So it's like, did I want to die? I don't even know, you know. And we end up having a great conversation that was 25 minutes long, and then we hang up, and then I fall out. And I woke up in the house, like, I don't even know how long later, like, what? Shot up, talked for 25 minutes, probably forgot about everything I just did and what it was that I was after or thinking, because all it takes is a fucking 12-minute conversation to completely change your frame of mind. But when you're in the dark alone, you don't have any conversations, you know? But I had one, and then and then I fell out after. And imagine I would have died. And when I woke up and did my reflecting, it's like, yo, you were in such a deep place. You let yourself go so deep down that rabbit hole that you were ready to die. And then all it took was a conversation. And so, like, that was where it's like, I started to realize, like, that's how you refuel yourself, which is what? It's like connection, right? How did you, connection and being back involved in society, pick yourself up from your bootstraps, do something that's esteemable so you feel a little bit better about yourself, gain some momentum, and then you get a lot further away from that. But man, those drugs will take you to the pits and you'll die there because of one bad stream of thought that you don't let yourself get out of, or that you can't. How did you go about refueling yourself to the point that you're at now?
There was a moment that I had. It was on New Year's Eve. I'll never forget this. I took a video of myself so that I never forget it, and I watch it often.
That's horrible.
Nah, but I'll tell you what. It was New Year's Eve. It was about 10 o'clock at night. So the ball was going to drop in like 2 hours. And I had to walk from Graffiti Pier, where my tent was, to down the way so that I could go cop. Again, it's about 10:30 at night. And you know Kensington Ave, bro. Like everybody's out. You know what I mean? Like it's popping. Everybody's bit bopping and doing everything.
Like it's a fucking party.
Like
it's a zombie fucking party. But it's like that's prime time. It's like exciting for people that are living that way.
That like New Year's Eve at 10 o'clock, like it's jumping. I was the only person on the app, bro.
Really?
So it was like
I'm thinking about regular nights when it's a party out there
in
because
that moment. What I thought to myself was, it's New Year's Eve, 10:30 at night, and even the people that are in the darkest of fucking places have somewhere better to fucking be right now, and I don't. And that was the start. About 2 weeks later, thank God I had people that like still didn't give up on me to pull me out of where I was at, because that was the start. It was like I needed somebody to pull me out because I couldn't pull myself out. But once you pull me out, you put me on that hamster wheel and I start going. And I sat in rehab for 30 days. And like, I was about it. You know what I mean? Rehab superstar, which like I've done in the past, but like it was fabrication. Like it wasn't real. This time it was.
Yeah.
Like, because I knew that it was fucking life or death for me. Like I will die, bro. I will die if I don't do this. And that started going, right? And then I'm in rehab and I'm talking to my sister who works at a outpatient treatment facility. And she's like, yo, this place is going to offer you a scholarship. It's like a 3 to 4 month program for you when you get out. And if you want to take it, trust me, it'll be a really good opportunity. So I took it. And bro, there's not enough words in the world that I could ever say to them that will let them know how much of an impact they've had on me. Because that place completely changed my life. I had therapists there that challenged my perspective and challenged the way that I viewed things and went about doing things, and helped me shift and change the way that I go about my entire life. That like, bro, I can't put into words how much of an impact they've had.
They're probably equally as thankful to you, bro, for being
They tell me all the time.
open-minded
Yeah,
and
they
willing
tell me
and honest and real. Like you're the reason these people take these roles, because you can help people when they're willing. Yeah. When I started my business, I could give a fuck if I was going to fail, because I was so deep and dark with what I had going on prior that like I don't care about judgment. I don't care about failure. Sometimes if you fail, you think you're going to get judged. If you fail, you feel like shit about yourself. I'm a failure. None of it was anywhere near as painful as what I just went through. So I'm like, let's go. Yeah. What a fucking place to be. Mm-hmm. It set me off. As you grow, now you have these expectations you put on yourself, on your own shoulders, and you start to try to keep that up. These false expectations that, like, they're not even real, dude. I have to keep this up. I have to juggle this. You don't have to do any of that. You kind of need that basic beginner's just gratitude for, like, let's go, man. This is what's in my heart, and let's go for it. Fearlessly. As long as it's a healthy thing, worthy goal. It set me off. And as I've grown and done well, I start to get those, I need to do this in the day, I need to do that. I keep myself in a prison, bro. You ever heard the term, man is free, but everywhere he is in chains? Mm-hmm. Like, we're free to do whatever we want, but we chain ourselves up so bad to these expectations. I need to have accomplished this and show up in the room this way. It's the opposite. You need to do what's, like, right for you, and then you can show up. People are like, oh my God, you're doing amazing. Keep going. So what are the things that what do you feel like now is, like, when you're doing amazing, it's checking in with yourself.
So a lot of a
Tell me,
couple
like,
things.
what keeps you vibrating through the days?
I have to stay grateful. More important than anything, I have to stay grateful, because the second that I lose gratitude for where I'm at and what I'm doing is the second that I throw it the fuck away, because it means nothing to me.
How do you stay grateful? I've known you for a long time, so this conversation, it's cute and all that, right? But it's like, I've known you for a long time, and we have the tendency it can go bad. Like, how are you gonna fucking stay grateful, bro?
So, I stay in meetings, bro. Like, I stay.
So I'm gonna stay in meetings.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at, bro. I'm gonna keep myself around all of that, because here's the thing. I know guys that have 40 years sober. 40 fucking years. Imagine you had 40 years sober, like what your life would look like. And their ass is in a meeting at least 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Still. Why? Because they are no further away from a drink or a drug than you or I or anybody else.
40 years is crazy.
40 fucking
Spiritually,
years.
sounds like 40 years at the gym. You
Bro.
look insane.
Bro.
It's like this. It's kind.
But they all say the same thing. I am no further away from a drink than you are. I am just as likely to pick up a fucking drink as you are if I don't keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, if you're on this mission of, like, trying to be fit, and, like, you start to see it after working, like, days of getting up early and going to the gym, weeks, months, years, and, like, you start to see, like, yo, my shit is right. Why the fuck would you stop? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But why do people stop? They'll start to feel like it's a task. Like, why does it all of a sudden feel overwhelming? When you finally get there, why now does it become something that's like a task you don't want to do anymore? Did you have, like, a certain peak in your mind? Right? Like, I woke up every day for business. We built a business that did over 10 million its first year in sales, right? Something like that. And maybe I had a peak in mind, which is always good. I have a long-term goal. I know where I want to go. Maybe when I hit that plateau, I needed a break. What happens if you work so hard to get that body? And it's like, why the fuck would you stop? And it's like, did I run out of gas? I think I might have ran out of gas. I needed a break. The guy that's really fit, he gets to his plateau, runs out of gas. Is it important to keep... Right. You have to move that bar up, bro.
Move the goalpost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. So, like, for guys like me and guys like you, if we set out to accomplish something, we're going to accomplish it.
If we don't throw a wrench in our way.
Sure.
If we can master this.
If we stay right, like, if our mindset stays right, and our effort and work that we put into it stays right, there's not a goal that we could set for ourselves that we're not going to accomplish, right? So now, when we accomplish those goals, does that mean like, all right, I got it? You know what I mean? That would be like if there's, like, a lifetime politician, right? And his fucking dream and big goal is to become president of the United States. Does that mean that when he gets elected,
he gets the presidency, he throws it away?
He just stops
fuck
working?
It. Won the race. Yeah, right. Won the race.
What the fuck?
Right.
No, it's like, yo, I got to where I wanted to be, and now it's time to do the work, right?
Right. Because now is when it actually gets hard. You got what you asked for.
Yeah.
Isn't it ridiculous? Yeah. The idea of that? Is that not what we do?
So it's like, okay, my goal is to be president of the United States. I've accomplished that. Okay, I walk into a room and anybody that's in there has to get up. They have to shake my hand and say,
Good morning,
"Hello,
Mr. President."
Right? Now, what's my next goal? My next goal is, all right, I became president of the United States. Now I want to get the
I
economy.
need to change policy on it. Right.
Or
And
I
it's
gotta change this. Or I gotta change
all
that.
actually tedious and hard as fuck.
Until like maybe maybe Donald Trump's goal is like, yo, I want to go down and be remembered as the greatest fucking president of all time. Right? That's his big goal. Now he has to set little goals that he needs to accomplish to get from where he's at to being the greatest president of all
Right.
time. And that, what that does, those little goals, those intermittent ones, the in between, it's so that we don't get lost in trying to accomplish that big one. So like, it's like a step stool. It's like the steps to me accomplishing my goal is like, all right, I want to be the greatest president of all time. Well, first I got to fix the economy. First I got to stop inflation. I got to do this. I got to do that. And then before you know it, I've accomplished everything in between. And now we're here, right? Now we're here. And it's like, you know, when I'm out there, my first goal, big goal, because it's like a big feat to accomplish, is like, yo, I just got to get sober. Like, yo, I used to be out there, like in a mix with like dudes that are like out there. And I'm having these conversations like, yo, you don't understand. Like, yo, I used to make $250,000 a year. And they're like, dude, what? Like, you used to. You're not anymore. Now you're living your life $5 at a time just like we are. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm having these conversations because I know that that's where I'm supposed to be. I am not supposed to be down here. Yeah. Neither are you, neither are you, neither are you. But they can't see the vision outside of what they're in. I could. And I'm trying to have these conversations with people and they're just not, they're not feeding it because they can't see it.
And you could do this too. And also, I'm also not going to put myself in the position where you can kind of like say that to me. The fact that you can say that to me makes me sick. It's like, yo, I got to go, dog.
I had to get out.
Yeah. Too many of those moments is what will boil me over to go and make the fucking change.
Too many of those moments is what will make me arrive at the point where I've accepted it for what it is.
So this is the Life on E segment, right? This is your shit. And I want to know, bro, how do you make sure there's something left in the tank for when you hit the goal, and then the real challenges start when you got to fix the economy, right? And so on. And so you got to mend relationships between countries or change them, and so on and so on. How do you make sure there's something left to be able to take that next leg?
So I have to maintain the things that have gotten me to where I'm at. And it's a few things that are very important. It's prayer, right? That is huge. Whether people fucking believe in it or not, I don't really care. I don't give a shit. Because what I know is, for me, that shit has changed my life, bro. Whether or not what I'm praying to or what I'm talking to actually exists, I don't give a fuck. Because it's changed my life.
What kind of prayers do you say?
I say the same prayer every morning and every night. Every morning I wake up and I say, first of all, thank you for waking me up, because it's not a guarantee or a given that you're going to wake up in any morning, right? Thank you for giving me another opportunity to live my life with a sound mind, right? I want to ask that you help me manage my difficulties, my defects, and my shortcomings today, so that I could be the best vessel from you to other people that you allow me to be.
That's fucking solid, bro.
Because that's what I want. Right?
What a great fucking prayer.
And then
what a great fucking ask, bro.
Throughout the day, I have to pay attention to the opportunities that I have to be a vessel to other people, right? Because when I was out there, bro, I couldn't see that. Like, I thought I had no God, that God didn't like me because my life's all fucked up. When in all reality, like, yo, I would not be alive if God didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that, like, people that are dead, God didn't like, but, like, yo, God has a fucking purpose for me, and I don't know exactly what it is yet, but what I know is that it wasn't that, and I couldn't see that, because you cannot see God's blessings when you're dancing with the fucking devil, bro. So that's my morning prayer, and I look out for that, and I seek that out throughout the day, right? Then at night, it's thank you for another day sober. Thank you for another day safe. Thank you for another day healthy. Thank you for the blessings that you give me and the people that you've put into my life. I want to ask that you forgive me for any of my shortcomings, anywhere that I came up short today, any defects that came out, or any of that, and help me to be better in those areas tomorrow.
Wow.
I say that every day.
I
religiously,
believe
on my knees.
I believe you, bro, because of how that came out. That's not something you could have just made up, just like that. I believe you 100%.
And like that's the most important thing. Then it's like, yo, I have to stay involved in AA. Like I have to, because that's how I'm giving back. That's how I'm staying afloat. That's how I'm keeping myself. That's what's driving me. You know, like old timers, they say, like, get in the middle of the herd, like the middle of AA. That way, if the ship starts rocking, you don't fall off. You know what I mean? And like, these are stupid sayings. Like, you think they're so stupid, but it's so real. Because here's the thing. If I am implanted in the middle of AA and my whole entire life is surrounded by that, if something comes up, do you know what the chances are of it taking me out? Like slim to none, dude. But if I'm like teetering on the edge where like I'm not really doing anything, I'm not getting any purpose in life, I'm not fucking driving forward, something happens, that shit is taking me out, bro. It's taking me out. So it's those two things. And then the third thing is therapy. Because while, yes, I'm an alcoholic, yes, I'm a drug addict, I also have serious mental health and trauma issues that like I can only work on with a therapist that challenges me, that helps me understand what the fuck I'm going through when I'm going through it. That way, when those moments show up and I'm going through it, I know what it is. It's like, oh, I've been here before. I know what this is. This is me self-seeking, right? I'm feeling like this because at one point, like, I felt neglected. You know what I'm saying? Like, my girlfriend's not texting me all day. Like, oh, it's bothering me so bad because, like, I've been abandoned by so many people in my life that, like, that's what's coming up for me, and it's not that deep. So I'm able to handle these fucking situations that used to baffle me, bro, because of those three things. That is the three most important things that I do on a daily basis.
You know, when we're on the phone and we're practicing these things, we're in the same conversation all the time for business, right? We're brokers, consultants for different things. We talk to people the same conversation all the time. It's like, well, I've been here before. I know exactly what to do. Because like we use the muscle all day long. And so when you go to therapy and you keep showing up, you use the muscle all day long. What is it that's coming up for me on this? Do you agree with me that if you don't use it, you lose it? It starts to fall further behind, back of mind. I've had to re-bring up all my skills, all my tools, all my abilities that got all dusty because of the time spent away. And so I think the most important thing is staying consistent. Have you ever felt yet like going to therapy is the same as having to get yourself up to get into the gym at 5:30 in the morning, that same type of thing? Yeah. Like, oh. Yeah. What do you tell yourself to make sure you show the fuck up? And do you, what does one day not being in the gym do to you? You're like, does it leave it open for you to like miss 2 days?
It's very simple for me. So, well, it's a simple answer, but it's not a simple action. It's discipline, right? It's when I wake up at 6 o'clock every morning. So when my alarm goes off at 6 a.m., sometimes I look at the phone and I'm like, well, I don't have to be in work until 10 a.m. Like, do I really have to get up at 6 a.m.? And I could very easily just hit the snooze button. Like, nah, dude, I got hours. Like, I could just go back to sleep.
Do you ever hit the snooze button?
No.
Oh, hit the fucking snooze button.
No, because here's the thing. If I wake up at 9:30, get myself together real quick and just roll into work, my day is going to mirror that. Like, where I'm just going to skate
behind the 8 ball, and like foggy and fucked up.
Do you have any idea how many things I do from between the hours of 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.? Those 4 hours that I make myself get up early. It's prayer.
The Life on E Miracle Morning.
Meditation, reflection, remembering where I was. Because there was days, bro, where like not only was I up at 6 a.m., I was up at 6 a.m. because I hadn't slept in days.
I know.
And I was just sitting there like in this dark fucking hole that I didn't think I was ever going to get out of, right? And I would get on the L at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning to go cop. And like I see people with their fucking briefcases or people with their kids dropping their kids off at school that are living normal fucking lives. And I'm like, yo, how the fuck do they do this? How are they doing that? Like, how do they not succumb to this same thing that I'm succumbing to? Yep. Am I weaker? Are they stronger than me? Are they smarter than me?
You're talking about the people that live down
Just
the way.
regular people.
Yeah, that live down there.
Yeah,
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 I've thought about that.
yeah.
The strength of those people.
Just anywhere. People anywhere.
Probably because they have so much disgust going on
I
around
was
them.
so far fucking removed from reality, dude. It was fucking scary. You know? Like, yo, when I tell you that I became okay with living in the woods in a tent with my cat, dude, I'm not kidding. That's sad. Because I'm meant for so much more than that. So is everybody else. Anybody else that's living in that state and in that place. Like, you're meant for so much fucking more than that. And there is a way out. You just gotta ask for help, man.
I'm glad. I appreciate you talking about the things that make you feel confident about yourself for people that are in the trenches that are like, how do I even begin to feel confident? It's such a shitty look when we have our shoulders hunched and we're fucked up walking around with no confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And the confidence comes from doing esteemable things, and people are like, I don't even know where to start. And so for you sharing what it is that you do as a guy who's wildly capable of both extremes, you're going to help a lot of people. And if you weren't feeling confident yourself, anytime you're like, I'm not enough and this and that, you remember that your experience is going to help so many fucking people. You've been through such hell that you wouldn't even care if you were getting hate for this.
Mm-hmm.
And all that framing and that perspective.
I
going.
don't let that shit bury me. I don't let that shit like deter me from doing what I want to do. Like, there was a comment on one of my short clips the other day. Right, you saw it, where they were like,
you look like a picnic table.
You failed to be interesting. You know what I mean? But for that one comment, do you know how many texts I got from that short clip? I'm so proud of you. Yeah, my sister said, I'll cry when I say this. She said, you should be so proud of yourself because I'm so proud of you.
It was like those little hits.
You know? So, like, if I failed to be interesting to you, like, there's a fucking 1,000 other people that, like, yo, you have no idea what that short clip did for them.
Yeah. You know what I've done to myself? That your little bit of hate, it doesn't change anything for me. What I'll do to myself is way worse than what you could do to me. So it's like, let's go.
So
stop it.
Like, I saw your comment. I see the comments, but like, you're not knocking me off my square, bro. You're not.
Ironclad, man. Why are we gonna let anybody get in the way where we're trying to head? And now look, confidence. We look good. We look healthy.
Sure.
I'd like to say we pick nice shirts, but
Yo,
it's a little bit,
really
it's a little
on the
bit at
shirt,
a time.
dude.
Yeah, bro.
You're on the
It's like
shirt.
daily little steps along the way.
I kind of like, you know, it's a fit, dude.
Yo, if you like it, I love it, man. That's the whole thing. It's like life on E, man. Thank you for letting me extract all this out of you, but it's not really for. It helps me. I think it helps you, but anybody
I just wanna
else,
help others, man.
and we just keep going because it's better than what we were doing.
Yeah.
For you, for me, for the people that love us and care about us, and for anybody we haven't even met before, bro.
What fulfillment we'll get out of this, you know? Like, for that one comment, like, how many people are gonna comment like, yo, you have no idea how much you helped me. And if I get one of those, then I'm good. I'm good.
Week 2. Thank you, bro.
JD, yeah. Life on E.